Welcome. My name is Ayo, and again, I am your host. We all at the English Masterz say thank you to those of you who were able to watch our last week's video. And for those who were able to subscribe, again, we say thank you. Straight away, we are starting with phonology, and we will be discussing, we'll begin with vowel sounds. But before we say anything in this class, there's something of interest we want to give to you, or want to say. Okay? And what it is? It is what was said by Daniel Jones. He said that anyone entering a phonology class should be able to train his ear to be sensitive. This enables the student to perceive the instinctive qualities of a particular sound and able to filter other sounds selectively. Other requirements that will help you improve as a phonology student is possession of good memory. Well, this can only be enhanced by the third requirement, and now the third requirement is consistent practice. It means that whatever you learn in your phonology class, you should be able to visit it, remember, practice using it anytime possible, and make that word its pronunciation, grammar class, the meaning. Try to use this word as often as you can, and then that word automatically becomes your own. Trust me, as you continue to apply these, at the end of it, you find that you'll be able to speak English language with the right accent. Yes, possibly, maybe near the native speakers. So, we said we will begin with the vowel sounds today. Well, the vowel sounds has about 20 phonemic symbols used to represent the various sounds. Also, the vowel sounds are further split into monophthongs, that is pure vowels, and diphthongs. We were starting with the monophthongs, and today we are discussing one sound. And what is it? It is the short A sound. Now that's the symbol of this sound, the short A sound, okay? Fine. What is this sound, and what is the realization of this sound, and how do you pronounce this sound, okay? Well, the sound is an open sound produced with the lips slightly spread, okay? Now, the sound can appear at the initial, that is the beginning of a word, at medial position, that's the middle of a word, but never at the end of a word. So take note of that. The sound, you can find it at the beginning of a word, at the middle of a word, but never at the end of a word. None I've seen. Okay, fine. So that is it. We said the sound is the short A sound. A sound. By the front part, that is from the voice box, okay? You don't engage the deep part, the back, okay? The sound is generated just at the front part of the voice, from the voice box, okay? So now you don't stretch the sound because it is not a long sound, it is a short sound. Okay, so how is this sound realized, or what letters show realization for this sound? Well, the short A sound is one of those sounds that you are easily traced to a particular alphabet. So whenever you think of, or you hear of the short A sound, what letter or alphabet comes to your mind? It is the letter A. Very good. Which of course is the first realization of this sound and the most important realization, and so you should take note of it. Very good. So we have the short A sound realized at letter A. So what does this mean? The truth is there are many words where the letter A show realization for the short A sound. Mention them. Cat, bad, B-A-D, okay? C-A-T, okay? But not C-A-R-T. Cat and C-A-T, cat. You see, right? Good. But we want to give you two examples here for letter A, letter A showing realization for the short A sound. Not two examples. Let's see. First, we have A-R-R-O-W. A-R-R-O-W. So you have A here, right? Very good. Now, A is standing as a syllable. Take note. Okay, so this is here, arrow, arrow. Now, this word has A at the beginning, so the sound is taking initial position in this word. That does not mean that anywhere you find letter A begin the word that A is sounding R. No. For example, in the word above, right here, A there is not the short A sound. Rather, it is the schwa sound. Okay? So, do not think, because letter A also shows realization for other sounds. So, take note of that, please. Well, what is another example of word where the letter A will show or shows realization? Another example we have is B-A-L-L-O-T. B-A-L-L-O-T. Okay, your pronunciation may be correct, but the word is pronounced as ballot. Ballot. You see it? Ballot. Okay, so here A, letter A, shows realization for the short A sound. Is it clear? Very well then. So, another example is P-A-T-E-N-T. Now, in these two examples, A, the sound is taking medial position, not initial position. So, we have A. Here, for this word, there are two possible pronunciations. It means that A in this word shows realization for two sounds. One of them is monophthong short A sound, and the other is diphthong A sound. So you have, if you say patent, you are correct. Patent, you are correct. Also, if you say patent, patent, you are correct. Patent, you are correct. So you have letter A showing realization for A sound, and at the same time showing realization for the short A sound. Clear, right? Very good. So, the truth is that letter A shows the most realization for the short A sound. Please take note of it. Every other realization are just realization, rare realizations. They are not having much words where such letters show realization for this sound. So another realization is found at AI. AI. Combination of the letters AI. A and I. Okay. What are the examples of words where the letters AI show realization for the short A sound? Where we have P-L-A-I-T. P-L-A-I-T. True. AI here shows realization for the short A sound. So you say plant. Plant. It also shows realization for the diphthong A sound. So you can also say plate. Plate. You see it, right? Good. So when we say that realization, certain letters show realization, the best thing that will be of importance to you is to know the words we introduce, okay? And also try as much as possible to search for others. But one basic thing we'll do for you is to show you exceptions. That is, words that do not agree with whatever we say about realization of a particular sound. Okay, so another word where AI show realization for the short R sound is PLAID, written as this, PLAID, okay? Very good. The AI clearly shows realization for the short R sound. It shows realization for the short R sound, and that word is pronounced plant, plant, plant. Okay, this of course is not our grammar class, so we're not focusing on the meaning of words, but this here is strictly pronunciation sounds. Okay, so that word is plant. Okay, and a third realization is found at REVEILLE. REVEILLE. Good. So the realization is at EI. Okay. So we have re. Okay. And EI, we say it's showing realization for what sound? The short R sound. So how would you pronounce re? Yes, ver. That is it. So rever. That's the word, okay? That's the only word I have seen. Rever, okay? Here, rever. Here also, here, E is pronounced E, like this. So the complete word becomes reveille, okay? Reveille. You get it, right? So that's the only word in my research, I found, okay? So basically, if we're talking about the short R sound, what letter would you want to remember? It is the letter A. Do not forget that. Letter A. Several words, okay? Several words, okay? Where letter A show realization for the short R sound. Very good then. Okay, please take note. There's something of interest that you would want to hold in this class, today's class, phonology class. There's something that you would want to take note of. And what is that? Remember that we said that when you see the letter A, you may likely think of the short R sound. Although we also said that the letter A also shows realization for other sounds. So 3 key consonants can help you to show caution when approaching these differences. Okay, the fact that A can show realization for the short R sound, it can show realization for the O sound, it can show realization for the A sound. So 3 key consonants can help you. Of course, when A is found among the vowels, the sound most likely changes. Okay, but our focus here, we want to talk about 3 key consonants. And what do they? Take note. They are the letter L, the letter R, and the letter W. How does each of these letters affect the short R sound supposed for the letter A? Well, when the letter L appears after A, when the letter L appears after A, take caution. What to expect may not be the short R sound. So, what happens? You have A-L. Okay? Think of examples of words. Salt, maybe. Right? Correct. So, here at L after A, the A has a consonant after it. But here, because of the presence of that L, the sound achieved or realized is not the short R sound anymore, but now it is what? The O sound. presence of L after A in some words give you the long O sound or the short O sound. So in our subsequent classes, or yes, we will introduce each of them as we discuss the sounds, okay? So sword here, right? Clear. But the letter L in another case appearing after A produces another sound different from the O sound. And what is that? Example is palm, P-A-L-M. You get it right? Palm. This time around, it is not the short ass sound. It is the long ass sound. And then, while pronouncing that word, the L is not pronounced. The L is not pronounced. What it does is that it helps to stretch the sound from a short to a long sound. So that word is palm. Another word is calm. Calm. C-A-L-M. Did you see? So you see L appearing after A brings about caution. Clear. So we said 3 letters or 3 consonants have this effect on the letter A, producing our supposedly producing our short R sound, okay? But we've seen how L affects the sound, and then we want to talk about how R affects this sound, okay? Now, how does R affect the supposed short R sound? Well, when R appears after A, now take note. Your knowledge of syllables can help us well, because in some cases A can be there, for example, in the word arrow, okay, and what you get is different, okay? But when AR is found at especially medial position of a word, okay, the sound you most likely get will not be the short R sound. This time around, R helps to stretch the sound from short to long. In fact, R is often referred to as bossy in English language because of its ability to stretch sound from short to long. Okay, so what examples do we have? If you have C-A-R-T, you will say cat, of course, because A there produces the short R sound. Clear? But if you have C-A-R-T, it is not cat, but cat. Did you see the difference? So, cat, right? Okay, that's struck, right? Clear. So, that is it. Take note of that. A has this effect on, R has this effect on A, letter A, okay? In fact, on all vowel letters. And then, let's move to W. What effect does W have on the supposed short R sound? That is when you see letter A and then you see W. What effect does it have? Well, when W appears before, remember that in our previous 2 consonants, we said appear after. But W has effect on the letter A when it appears before A, and also when it appears after A. Let us give example of words where W appeared before A and the sound realized. For example, W-A-S. Did you see? It's a common word and you say it often. So that word is worse. But now, what about this? S-W-A-P. Okay, does that rule still apply? Of course, it does. That word is not swap, but swap. Did you see? Swap. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Swap. So you see that the effect of you see the effect of W on the letter A, supposed short R sound. Clear, right? Okay, now let us see the effect of W on A when it appears after A. Now let's turn this word S-A-W. Did you see that? S-A-W. Now W appeared after A. What if we change this W to P? Did you see? Okay. Well, how about if we change this P to CK? Sack. Short R sound. But because what we have there is W, what happens? The sound changes entirely, completely to a different sound. And this time around, it is pronounced saw. So you see the effect of W, of L, and of R on a supposed short R sound. So this can go a long way to help you. However, we're able to see two exceptions to this rule. Two words did not agree with the rule. So take note of them. If you find another, good. Make use of it. If possible, let us know. Okay, now the first word is W-A-G-O-N. Sorry, please. Yes. How do you pronounce? Well, we have said that W appearing before A alters the sound, but here it did not. That word is still wagon. Wagon. So the short R sound is realized. Well, we'll find another word in that word because it is a vulgar word. Okay. Well, that word is wank. Wank. Okay, wank. Like this. Okay, those are just the two words we have seen that defy that rule, that W affects letter A supposed short R sound. Okay, please take note of that. Okay. Okay, so we gave you two words. Okay, two words. Take note of them. What's it called? We gave the first word was wagon and the other was wank. We said the other word is a vulgar word. Okay, so the first word, take note of it. Okay, that is it. Just those two words we've seen so far that did not agree with the rule. Apart from that, please take note of everything we have said so far while discussing the short R sound. The examples we gave, learn more words and try to use them often. As you continue to use them, you build your what's it called? Your memory. Okay, you remember those words, how they're pronounced, and they become part of you. So far, this is it for the short R sound. Okay, if there's anything more, anytime we can chip it in. Very well. So, word for the week is spelled. Sorry, please. I-N-D-I-C-T. How will you pronounce? I-N-D-I-C-T. How do you pronounce? Okay, that word is pronounced. Okay, your pronunciation is more likely correct. Very well then. It is pronounced indict. Indict. It is a verb. Indict. It is a verb. It is used to mean to accuse or to criticize. That's the meaning of the word. Now, what example do we have? In a sentence, we have one example. The sentence we have here, it is, okay, take note of this. We said, would you indict me if I participated in the deal? Okay, would you indict me if I participated in the deal? In other words, You say, would you criticize me? Would you accuse me? Okay? Yes. So that's the meaning of the word. Take note of the word and its pronunciation. Make it part of you as you use it from time to time. Okay? So that will be it for today's class. Okay? Remember everything we discussed and watch our next video. We'll be discussing a different sound, giving examples of words and how the sound is realized and all of that. Please continue to follow us on our YouTube channel, and we say thank you very much. Again, I said my name is Ayor and I am your host. Thank you.